Hi, welcome to Yarning at the Homestead. My name is Tammy and I am Gracie's Goodies on Instagram and Tammy G on Ravelry. This is episode 27 and hi, it is kind of dreary out today, so I'm trying to film this because, it takes a couple days for my stuff to upload based on my Wi-Fi. So I don't know when else I'd be able to do this. It's Friday and the spouse is out, and so here. So yeah, it's Friday. It is July 2nd, and here I am at the homestead. So I've got actually lots of stuff to talk about, but the first thing is I have a finished object. Actually, I have two, but I have finished objects. So this is my Meandering top. It was in Knit Purl Spring Summer 2005 edition. And I show you the photo. So this is what it looks like in there. Now, I loved it so much, I got the exact same yarn and the exact same color. So the yarn is Fiber Co. Savannah DK. Don't remember the color. And I don't have the ball bands anymore, but I know it's the exact same color as this. It doesn't have a color in here. Bluegrass. So this is the exact same color. So let me stand up so I can show it to you. So here, I love this. I love the way it fits. There are only two things that I have a problem with. So one is this little gapping thing, and I think that's just because I'm very short up there. The other is, okay, see the sleeve gap. The sleeve gap is quite large. That's my own fault, not the fault of the pattern. That's my own fault. So I messed up the back quite a bit. This took a long time to do, and the back ended up being shorter than the width of the back is supposed to be. So I added a couple of rows, I think 4 rows on the front here to make sure that those back straps I could connect to up here, and it wouldn't be too much. Now I don't, in the model, they seem to be wearing it more up here. I like it better down this way. But yeah, so that might be causing some of the gap too. So I added a little bit of length to these. So I think 4 rows on each strap. And yeah, and so the back is a little bit less. I ripped out the sweater at least one time, fully ripped it out, because the first size I started with, when I tried it on, I had about this much of it, and I tried it on and it was humongous on me. So I went down, I think I went down a size, I went down one size because I also didn't want something that was too tight. And so when I was doing the pattern I had circled all the numbers for the first size. So then when I went back, I circled the numbers for the second size in a different color, but sometimes I think I followed the numbers for the first size. So anyway, it got all messed up, and I finally just said with the back, I'm going with it. I'm not ripping it out again. I'll figure it out. I'll fudge it. So that's why these are so big. So I'm going to just have to wear a shirt underneath it, a tank underneath it, and that's fine. And this was exactly right. I just think it's either because the straps are a little bit too big, which I don't think it is, or it's just that I'm so short statured in this area that this is just a little too wide for me. But I'm okay with it. I wore it all day yesterday and I didn't really have a problem with it, and it worked out really well and I enjoyed it, and I will pop in some pictures that we took of me yesterday wearing it. So my friend Maureen and I headed to Rhode Island, and we had another friend join us, Karen. Hi Karen, because Karen does watch. And we had another friend join us, and we went out because there's a new yarn shop in Rhode Island called Skein, and we wanted to check it out. And so we did. We went to Skein, really nice yarn shop. I took some footage. I'm going to put in a separate video about it. She's just starting. She's going to have more yarn. She's got more stuff coming in. And when I walked in, I'm like, I think I've been here before. And she did mention that there had been other yarn shops in that same exact retail space. I had, so I had been there because I've done the Great Roddy Crawl. I think 2 years I did it. They haven't done it in, I think, 3 or 4 years. But yeah, so I was familiar with the space. So that was good. And then we headed over, so that was in East Greenwich. And then we headed over to Windsor? I don't remember. The Mermaid's Purl. And I also took some footage from there. So I will also do a separate little video with the Mermaid's Purl. And then we had lunch. Our lunch was really good. Across the street from the Mermaid's Purl at the restaurant. And then we headed home in a really bad torrential rainstorm. So it was a little over 2 hours of driving. And then I got home, and look, I'm doing chatter first. So, and then I got home. I was home for about 15 minutes, 20 minutes. I fed the cats. I get ready to sit down, and my bird has a bird emergency. So to connect toys to the cage, you have these O-rings that, they open up. Anyway, he had gotten one of those, which was thinner than the ones that we normally use, stuck. So underneath the beak of a parrot, there is a space, and he'd gotten it stuck in that space, the opening part, and in here, and it was attached to the cage. So he's attached to the cage like this. Oh my gosh. So I couldn't get him. I couldn't hold him and undo it because short stature again. I couldn't reach into the cage and hold him and then reach over the cage and try to get that thing off. So I called my spouse, and I'm like, where are you? Because she was on her way home from a job in Danbury, which is several hours away. She's like, I'm in Thomaston. We're 15 minutes away. I'm like, get here as soon as you can. Tried to call a couple of neighbors. They weren't home. So she gets here. We get the bird unstuck from the cage. In the meantime, I had called emergency vet, and they were gonna, the problem is there's not too many avian vets here in Connecticut. So they luckily had an emergency vet that was an avian vet, and she was willing to stay late. So as soon as we got him off the cage, put him in his cage, covered him with a towel to calm him down, put him in the car. It took me an hour to get to the emergency vet in Bolton. They were fabulous. Luckily, he didn't seem to cause too much damage. And so we just got to keep an eye on it, make sure it stays clean, because we didn't think we'd be able to get antibiotics in him. She said, and the vet said, he doesn't seem to really need them as long as we keep it clean, as long as we don't see any infection going in, no pus, keep watch of it. So we're going to keep watch of it. And if need be, we will bring him back, or make an appointment with our vet, who is an avian vet, but they're not an emergency. So this was 7:00 at night. So of course they weren't open. So I had to call an emergency. Vet. Anyway, so that was my night. And then I drive home in an hour and in more torrential rain because it was bad yesterday. I got home 9:30ish, and I just went to bed. And then I was hungry, and at 10:30 got up and made myself a sandwich. And then I went back to bed. And I slept pretty late this morning, till 8:30. So yay, sleep, needed it. And then I got up and I finished another project this morning. So I finished my Be a Freaking Unicorn socks. Which I know that's not the colorway. I can't remember what it is. And I don't have the bag with me right now that has the label in it. So I will put it in the down bar. So these are from Timber Yarn. Now I did do shorty socks because I have been wanting some shorty socks. They are slightly big on me, and I'm thinking, okay, so I have very ugly, weird feet. I have bunions. So I have a bump on the side of my foot, which is pretty big. The left foot I've actually had operated on, and there's like a little pin in my toe. And my big toe is actually shorter than my other toe. But because of the bunions, my toes pretty much come to a point. And my feet are super skinny. So I'm thinking, I usually do 56 stitches for myself, but I'm thinking when I do a vanilla pattern, 56 stitches is fine if I'm doing something like with a ribbed pattern, and a lot of times I do vanilla latte. But sometimes I just want to do around and around and around. So I'm thinking I'm needing to go down to like 52 stitches because these are just slightly big on me. But I did cut down the length a little bit because, like I said, some of my socks I've been noticing when I put my shoe on, this slides up like this. So this I don't think will happen. It's a pretty tight fit. Like my toes are right there. So yeah. So, yeah. So these are so I'm very happy with them. And like I said, I'll be wearing them a lot. These are my Knitting Left Zombie sock blockers. And if you haven't bought from Knitting Left, there's not a lot left, but if you can, the person who makes the sock blockers, unfortunately, is in hospice care now. I believe that's hospice care. So if you could support, they're not doing a GoFundMe, but anything in the shop, if you could support, that would be fabulous. So my fabulous Knitting Left sock blockers. So those are my 2 finished objects. Yay! So let's go with whips. Whips. I love when Ray does that on needles at the ready. This morning I started a new whip. Bring it in with me. Oh yes, so it's over here. So yesterday was Mudpunch's cast on day, so I have cast on my concrete bed socks. So here's concrete bed, Mudpunch yarn. And when I was at Skein yesterday, I did grab a skein of hedgehog. I believe this is hedgehog. Yep, hedgehog in graphite for the heels. I am going to do contrasting heels for this one, I think. Let's see how long. So I'm very excited because, I mean, I love these colors. I love these colors so much. And I know my camera keeps adjusting for color because it's so gloomy in here, and I apologize that the light is not the best today. So I did cast these on this morning, just so that I have them, and I'll be working on them later today. My chicken. I don't know, and her name is not on here, but the potter who does these doesn't have a website. She does shows, and she's always at the Fiber Festival of New England, and so I've bought things from her several years. And the last Fiber Festival, I bought chicken yarn bowl because we have chickens, and so I buy everything chickens. So what else did I get? Okay, so what else has come in the mail? So I also got a skein of Poco Loco from LolaBean yarn, but I actually got it from Dye, the one in Georgia, because I've been wanting to make a breathing space by, I think it's Veera. I can't remember her last name. I know it ends with Lucky. And I had yarn already set aside for it. So I had 2 skeins of Coco Loco, and I had 2 skeins of Dobby. Now it is a striped, and I'll put a link in here to it. It is a striped sweater, and I know that the stripes are going to be super subtle with these 2 colors, and that I'm fine with that. But I needed, because of my size, I needed 1 more skein of one of the colors, and Adela stopped dyeing Dobby. She stopped dyeing all of her Harry Potter colors when J.K. Rowling showed her ass. So I've been looking for another skein, and finally she dyed some Un Poco Loco, and I had to wait a week before I got paid to get it. I'm so glad that it didn't sell out, and I got it, and I can start on that sweater. I'm actually going to be pulling apart this room today, tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a cool day, so it'll be nice. It's a little on the humid side right now. Pulling apart this room because I want to put all my sweater quantities in one tub, so I know what I have. Because I do have quite a few, and I told myself I can't buy any more. And even like summer sweater quantities. I'm playing with my hair. So, excuse me, got that in the mail. What else did I get in the mail? Oh, I also got my Shark Week. I got my Shark Week bag. Now I also got the t-shirt, which I'm not going to go pull out, but I also bought a t-shirt that says Sock Week also. That starts next week, the 11th. So I got my Shark Week bag. And what else did I get in the mail? I got the rainbow bucket that I ordered. Isn't this pretty? Rainbow bucket. So you open it up and you can sit next to you, which is nice. I want this for my bed because I do a lot of working, knitting, crocheting on my bed. So this will be nice. And this is from Northern Swan Creates. So I will put the information down below. But so you tie this to make it carryable. But yeah, so that'll sit on my bed right next to me when I'm working on it. Really pretty. So, and then when I was talking last week about the fact that I didn't really have any rainbow bags, my friend Karen, hi Karen, a local lady that I know, the one that came with Maureen and I, messaged me and said, hey, I have some rainbow fabric. She's a quilter and I'd like to make you a bag. And I said, wow, that would be fantastic. And she asked me what kind of bag. And I said, you know what? I use all kinds of bags. I use them for different reasons and different things. So she made me, look at that. She made me a Japanese knot bag. Whoops. She made me a Japanese knot bag. Look at that. And it's already in use. I have my patterns. This is another project I started. I wanted some cotton socks and I had this in my stash. Pattern stretch sock, which is heart cotton. Where is it's 41% cotton, 39% wool, 13% nylon, 7% elastic. It doesn't really feel very nice. So I'm gonna keep working on it and see how I feel about it. But anyway, so the Japanese knot bag. And in addition, isn't this pretty? She also made me a box bag, which I do not have in use yet. I love these. And this is a big box bag too. This is a big box bag, so I could probably put a shawl in here. So look, and got a little tab there and a handle. This is so exciting, and I'll show you the fabric inside. So the fabric inside says, hello, big world. It's got just a bunch of words and phrases on it. So very cool. So thank you very much, Karen. This is just awesome. Thank you so much. And then I was at Target the other day because, teacher, we go to the Target spot because there's always stuff there. And this was in the dollar spot. And it's kind of like a waxed canvas. And they're calling it a storage basket. But I'm like, dude, that's another project bag. Right? So I bought this at Target. So yeah, so now I'm a wash in rainbow bags. So I have, several rainbow bags now, which I'm very excited about. I'm all over the place right now. Anyway, so I did finish objects. Did I do all my whips that I'm actually kind of working on? We'll just go with that one for now, that whip right now, the one that I just cast on, okay? And I'll just quickly show. So I'm going to do, so I did the Lolo yarn. This is the other shark kit that I kind of just showed a picture of. So this shark kit was from Unplanned Peacock. So there's the main color, which is, what's the color called? Moon. The main color is called Moon. And then we have the Shark Bite kit. And the pattern is by Laura Smoot. It is no longer available. If I can, I will try to put a picture in at the end of what the socks look like. But I do have the pattern in my library. I have the Shark Bite 1 and Shark Bite 2 patterns from her, but neither one of them are available anymore. But I still don't know if I'm going to do that one this year, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to do the one I showed last week, Lorna's Laces. Quick, it's easy, and I'm going to be working on so many different socks. I don't think I can do something that is that intricate. So, yeah. All right, so what else do I have here to show you? Oh, so I did want to show, so not only did I buy that little graphite, so this is what else I bought at Skein. I bought some junk yarn, which I've never bought before. And I think there's got some speckles in there, but it's more or less a solid or a semi-solid. And I think I'm just going to keep it in my stash I don't really have any plans for it. I just really like the color, keep it in my stash. If I need, a color for a shawl or something, I think that's what I'm going to do with that. So that was Skein. And then when we stopped at Mermaid's Purl, so Casapinka has, she does an MKAL every August with Miss Babs. I have two yarns in my stash, which I'm going to pull out later. Like I said, I'm going to go through all this, pull out later that I'm going to use. It's 4 skeins. And she said 2 could be variegated. You only want 2 variegated. You could do all 4 speckled, but 4 skeins. So the 2 that I'm using for Miss Babs, one is called Ice Core. And it's like a gray with like a greens and blues in it. So, and then the other one that I'm going to pull is a solid called Moss. So I thought I would do another solid. So this blue, and this is from Laine and Lotus, who I believe is a Connecticut dyer. I believe she's a local dyer. And this is called Can't Bring Me Down, and it's a really deep, like navy blue. And then to go with that, I am going to do this one, which is Cake Yarn. And this is like more of a speckly, variegated. It's not variegated, it's more speckly. And this is called Apple Grape Slaw. Apple Grape Slaw. So I will show that the next time because I got to pull out the other 2 skeins. So I'll show the 4, and then her MKAL will start. I think it starts August 14th. And I'll kind of show out. I'll kind of pull my one from last year. I never finished the one from last year. Love it. I love my colors, but it's long, and this one's going to be long too. It's a big rectangular shawl. My colors from last year, I believe I used Madeline Tosh, some of my Tosh stash, and it was called the Sharon Show last year, and that's how we got all started. So she's got a Facebook book group called the Sharon Show, and it's pretty much the only group that I really go to, except there's a couple of teacher groups that I go to. Yeah, it's great. And I love Casapinka. I love her Snark. I love the fact that her patterns are being created by Sharon the cat, Sharon from Security. So this pattern is called the Snark-O-Meter. And she said it's being brought to you by Sharon from Security, Kit Kat. I don't remember where Kit Kat is. If I can, I'll post a picture of it. Kit Kat, Finn from Interpol, and Jean from IT. She's got, I think Kit Kat has the resting his face. And those are her 4 cats. And so it's just funny. You just have to enjoy it. It's just funny. So at our travels yesterday, we also ran across a sewing shop, not really a quilt shop. It was called the Sew Op, and it was down the street from the Mermaid's Purl. And we went in because Karen, although she knits, is more of a quilter. And yeah, her quilts are really pretty. I've seen several of them in person, and yeah. So we went in there, and she found a little something for her, and then they had all these like cat ones. And oh my gosh, so I got this. I got a yard of cats on bicycles. Look at that. Cats on bicycles. Cats on bicycles. I'm going to make myself a project bag. I'm probably going to go do it this way so it's correct way up. So I'm hand sewing it. So I'm going to show you. I have made a project bag in the past. This is my project bag I have made in the past. It is hand sewn. Yep. So, yeah, and there's nothing else inside, but it's big enough. This has got one of my shawls in it, but it's big enough, and it's, you know, I have my Girl Scout badge in sewing, so I can hand sew. So yes, it is hand sewn in here. And then I had one of those teeny tiny little sewing machines, and I went back over it. I don't know if I'm going to do that this time. I might. I still have it. It's at my other house, so I will have to grab it. But yeah, so I'm going to make myself a project bag with cats on bicycles because it makes me laugh. Okay. So that was all my acquisitions that I wanted to talk about. Yes. So future plans. Future plans. I'm looking at what I'm going to cast on next for a summer sweater. And Casapinka also has one that she just published about 2 months ago called the Birdwatcher. And I did buy the yarn. I think I've shown this to you. I did buy the yarn for the Birdwatcher from Miss Babs. It's also called Birdwatcher. So I think this is the one I'm going to wind up and cast on for that. I would like to have another one to wear to school when school starts. Or I have a linen one. This is really, it's really more or less a cover up, but I'm gonna probably use it as a shirt. And this one is in Knit Scene. Hold on. Right here. This is in Knit Scene from September 2018. So this is the top, and she's laying upside down, but I'm just gonna show it to you this way. So this is the top, and like she's wearing it over a bathing suit, but I think I could just wear it as a top. And it's linen. So I did buy the yarn for this, and the yarn is Juniper Moon. Pretty sure it's Juniper Moon. Yeah, it's Juniper Moon Zooey. In this great green that I love color, and I have enough of that. And this is a great bag. I don't remember who this is by. And there's no maker name on the outside. Is there a maker name on the inside? No maker name on the inside. I'm not sure who I bought this from. It's got great fabric on the inside. I know I bought it. I'm pretty sure I bought it at Massachusetts Sheep and Wool, but I don't know who the maker was. Oh, is this a Jessa Lou bag? This could be a Jessa Lou bag because it's got the bee on it, and she puts the bees on her zippers. But I don't see a Jessa Lou tag. She usually puts her name on her bags. Okay, it might not be. I don't know. Sorry. But I actually saw this fabric in some bags that Skein had too. So yeah, those are my two. I'm trying to decide which ones I want to do. Oh, the other purchase I made is I bought another skein of Zooey. I went to a local yarn store called Knit Purl. It's been taken over by a new person. It was sold. So I wanted to check out what they had, if things were different. I have to go back. I did take some footage inside the store, but it's not enough really to show. And I didn't take any footage outside the store. So I knew I had some Zooey. So I have these two purples and a brown. So I figured I could make something with this, something stripy with this. And if I go back, I might grab another skein of Zooey. She didn't have any, like I had looked it up on my Ravelry while I was there, and she didn't have any more of this color or this color. But so I figured this color would match, and I might go back and get another color. Yeah. So I have one more sweater thing. Okay, so that's it. The only other thing that I wanted to talk about was I did talk about my Outlander shawl that I have to finish up. So I pulled that out to show you and where it's at. So this is, and the yarn is Lorna's Laces. So this is the shawl. Since I'm trying to finish up long-standing projects, and this sweater is a couple of years. When did the pattern book come out? 2015. So I think I cast it on in 2016. Yeah. Years. And here this was an MKAL that started the first season of Outlander. And this is about as far as I've gotten. Oops, hold on, it's stuck there. I actually really, really like it. So I think I have 3 more sections to do. So it's what's going to be my next long-standing project to finish. That's where I'm at. I'm going to pull them all out, see where they're all at, and see what is the closest to being finished, and then work on that. So far, I've finished 4 long-standing projects this year. Woohoo, go me! Yeah. So I guess that is about it. So the other thing I have is I'm going to do a giveaway. I said I would do a giveaway because I went to Knit Pearls and I got some unique. So this is the giveaway. It's a unique sock. This is the colorway. See it right there. And all you have to do is make a comment. So it's very jewel toned. I know my lighting is not the best right now. Let me see if I can pull this out so you can see it maybe a little bit closer. So it's very jewel toned. You can see the progression right there. So if you would like a chance at earning this, winning this, please make a comment down below, okay? And I will pull a winner for the for the next one. So the next video I will probably do, today is Friday, I'll probably do it next Friday or next Saturday. And then I will pull a winner then. So I think I'm going to close this next Thursday. So you have almost a week. Yeah, if you would like to win some unique sock jar. All right, so I think that's it for now, and I'm at 30 minutes, and by the time I put in some pictures at the end, we'll be done. All right, so I will talk to you again in a week. I know I'm doing these weekly over the summer, and then when school starts, who knows? Okay, I will talk to you again in a week. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you saw something you liked, please give me a like. Please comment if you would like to win. Even if you would not like to win, please leave me a comment. And maybe a subscribe. Okay? Thank you for joining me. I'll see you again in a week.